Mm-mm-mm. Mhm.
All right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Getting right into it. Just to speak on some World War III news, because of course, knowing and understanding the times that we're in, all right, and of course we're hastening to get the hell up out of here. So, you know, um, I've said this before several times, as far as because like I said, we're hastening to get up out of here, of course. Um, and I've used this example before, because things are happening quickly, all right. But of course, it doesn't seem like that because, like in school, it seems like the whole day goes by quick, but the closer you get to that final bell ringing, the final hours, you know, the last hour of the day, especially when you're watching the clock, it just seems like it's going by slow. Because again, you're actually watching the clock, watching the minute hand go by. So it seems like it's going slow, but it's really going by fast. And likewise us, in real time, because like I said, it seems like things are going slow, but things are really moving quickly, rather. And again, it just seems like things are going slow because, so to say, we're watching the minute hand. All right, we're watching the clock. We're watching these prophecies. All right. But nevertheless, getting right into it in regards to just some World War III news. Of course, as we know, or as we should know, if we've been paying attention, just dealing with this whole escalations and tensions and provocations over there in the Red Sea area. All right. Um, with the Houthis, which they're pretty much backed by Iran. So um, it just came out last week, rather, that um, the UK and Babylon, you know, conducted some strikes over there in Yemen because those Houthis, they're pretty much attacking cargo ships. So um, I'm gonna pull something up real quick because you still have developing stories, things that are still happening at the moment. So I saw something earlier. See if I find it. If I saved it, I might have just looked over it. Yeah, I think I looked over it. I don't think I saved it. Um, yeah, I don't think I saved it. I might have just looked over it. I might have just saw it, then just on to the next. As a matter of fact, real quick, I saw this. I didn't see it yet, but there's the YouTube handler is GMS News. I'm off, and I saw this. I didn't watch it yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it now because it's titled "Biden Orders a 24-hour Strike on Yemen." So I'm gonna play this real quick.
Right now, a United States official tells CNN the U.S. military has carried out strikes on multiple Houthi targets in Yemen. I want to bring in our team for more information. And Oren Lieberman, you're joining us from the Pentagon. Let's get the latest from you first. This is a big deal. If the U.S. is attacking targets inside Yemen, The Houthis are, of course, backed by Iran. This war could be escalating big time.
The U.S. and the U.K., to a large extent, have been telegraphing the fact that if attacks on commercial shipping lanes in the Red Sea, a critical waterway, continued, the U.S. would be compelled to act. We are now seeing those actions take place in real time.
Now, this action that we are now reporting out of the Pentagon clearly signals that the situation in the Red Sea has become completely intolerable for the U.S. and its allies. And we did see a bit of a turning point last week when a U.S. official said, following the weeks and weeks of provocation and the attacks from the Houthis in the Red Sea on these shipping vessels, that they were essentially giving the last warning that there would.
So yeah, and it also says in this video here, it says no more warning for Yemen or Iran. You see, and hey, Lord willing, the Lord doesn't take his foot off the gas pedal on this, because again, all this provocation, hey, America's saying that if the Houthis don't stop, you know, attacking those cargo ships over there, then they're going to continue on with these strikes. And those Houthis, they don't give a shit. So, because they're talking shit back, like, hey, we're going to keeping on pretty much. We're going to keep, doing this shit. So that's why I said, Lord willing, is the Lord doesn't take his foot off the gas pedal. All right, let this shit escalate. Let this shit continue on, man. Because we know what it's ultimately going to usher in for us, Lord willing, we're at that number. All right, because more and more Iran is getting involved. All right, because Houthi, they are backed by the Iranians, because of course those Houthis, they don't have the capabilities or anything like that. They're being supplied by the Iranians. So that's why I say it's, the Houthis, they're being backed by the Iranians. So speaking of Iran, the so-called Iranians, they just the other day overtook I think it was an oil tanker, if I'm not mistaken, which is coming out, and this is said speculation, all right, but it's coming out that it's being rumored that this oil tanker that was seized by the Iranians was actually a ship. Basically, those Iranians, they took back what was stolen from them, because supposedly that cargo or that oil tanker that was seized by the Iranians, America had took that from them originally. I think they said back in 2017, 2016, 2017, somewhere around that time frame, 2018 maybe. All right. So basically the Iranians, they just took back what was stolen from them. But again, it's being rumored that, because like it's been said before, especially when it comes to those small hats, all right, in Babylon, like the saying goes, because they throw the rock and then they hide their hand, because again, going back to this whole oil tanker that was seized, is being rumored that America basically set that up strategically, because they're trying to get Iran to react. They're trying to get the Iranians to react, to do something. And like I said, there's all type of said speculation and rumors as far as this plot, with this oil tanker, because again, they said, it's being said that they put that ship out there intentionally. But they didn't actually think that the Iranians were gonna, actually be able to take the ship or whatever. It's all said, it's all type of rumors on that. But yeah, man, more and more, because listen, like the scriptures say, the least of the flock shall draw them out, because those small hats over there, they're, like I said, they're the main ones that throw the rock and then hide their hand. Because pretty much, America is pretty much trying to tell those small hats to chill, because they're pretty much, they're doing too much, and those small hats they're like, nah, hey, because they're declaring war, or they declare war. So they're like, listen, if we go to war, you go to war, because we all know that, America's nothing but a little bitch to those, a little pet to those small hats over there. So, you know, like I quoted, the least of the flock shall draw them out. America's trying to tell those small hats to basically just chill out. You know, and those small hats, they're like, no, man, you know, if we're going to war, if we go to war, you go to war. You know, and of course, for those that don't know by now, you know, going back to this whole with the Houthis, you know, with all this back and forth and the tensions and the escalation, because you know now the Houthis they're threatening to attack here on American soil. You know, there's been talks of them attacking Americans, you know, on American soil, and as it's been said, hey, because we can suspect terrorist attacks, you know, of course one day we're gonna, you know, it's gonna be business as usual, and then in the next minute it's just gonna be different. All right, completely dystopian. You know, I'm gonna get this real quick in Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. All right, because my video I did the other day, pretty much touching on how, you know, Babylon from the inside out is crumbling, it's decaying. You know, it's falling from within, from the divisions. All right, you know, and it's gonna get to a point where, matter of fact, let me get this. Because another thing that comes to mind, because another thing I wanted to speak on real quick was this with the so-called Chinese, you know. Bear with me. You know, because more and more it's looking like China might go ahead and just, you know, take Taiwan. Because this new president that just got ushered in out there in Taiwan, you know, he's pretty much anti-Beijing. All right, he's anti pretty much everything that they've got going on over there in China. This new president in Taiwan, he's against them. And before these elections, China was basically threatening Taiwan, hey, don't vote for this guy. You know, don't y'all better not vote for him. You know, because again, this president, he's anti-China, he's anti-Beijing. So, you know, he's against that whole communist, all that communism. You know, he's pretty much against it. And Taiwan, they said, man, the hell with y'all. You know, and they, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that he actually won the election. I think they got him. He's in there. You know. So it's interesting to see how that's going to play out. Like I said, China's making more and more. They're making moves. It's looking like they're going to invade Taiwan pretty soon, or they're going to take back Taiwan pretty soon. So we're, you know, another thing to keep an eye on. You know, and speaking of China, you know, because something I was meditating on earlier, you know, being the fact that America's, you know, indebted to China, you know, because China, they bought so much of the land here in America, you know. China pretty much owns America, you know. And this is just, you know, me speaking as a man, just putting my thoughts out there. What I could see happening, what I could possibly see going down is that pretty much China getting the green light to just go ahead and just, you know, come in and take over, you know, come in and invade. And that's why I want to get this in Jeremiah 51. Because to mention the Houthis and how they're more, you know, they're threatening to attack, you know. Get this in Jeremiah 51. in verse Jeremiah 51:14. The Lord of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. So you see, you know, basically an invasion. America is already infiltrated. It's been infiltrated. All right. You know, and like I said, America's already indebted to China. China pretty much owns America. So, you know, to so to say pay that debt back, so to say, or maybe pay off some of that debt, you know, China just might go ahead and get the green light to just, hey, come in and just, you know, take over, you know. When you read that in the NLT, Jeremiah 51:14 in the NLT says, the Lord of heaven's armies has taken this vow and has sworn to it by his own name. Your cities will be filled with enemies, like fields swarming with locusts, and they will shout in triumph over you. So you see, that's an invasion. You see, that's an invasion. Like I said, soon, pretty soon, man, Lord willing, sooner than soon, hey, we're gonna see these foreign troops here in America real soon, man. You know, probably won't speak a lick of English. You know, most of them probably, because they're going to be coming from all over the place, you know, and that's another topic dealing with this whole so-called border crisis. You know, we understand, we believe that a lot of those, or a handful of those, are you know, sleeper cells and, you know, agents waiting for the green light. All right, because again, when they get the green light, hey, it's going to be showtime. And like I said, man, America's going to get invaded. It's already being invaded. You know, America's already infiltrated. It's just a matter of time before we, you know, see them in action. So America's getting ready to get invaded. All right, that's why I said with these terrorist attacks. All right, going back to Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24 and verse 10 again. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. So you see, man, as I was saying earlier, things are just going to be different here, man. You know, things are going to be real different. It's going to be a complete dystopian environment here in Babylon real soon. You know, the city of confusion. It's going to be broken up, man. And what we've seen in all these other nations where it's just war riddance, you know, all they know is war. Bombs going off at 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, just that feeling of uneasiness and death, and, you know, gunshots going off in the background and people screaming. It's gonna be bad, because we touched on this past Saturday a little bit at camp about how, hey, you know, this is gonna be the new normal here in America real soon. All right, this is gonna be America's new normal real soon. You know, because these people, they don't know how to be. They don't know how to be without. You know, they don't know how to be uncomfortable, or, you know, they just, and they see, like I said, they everything that's going on in these other nations. You know, the average mindset of these Babylonians is, oh, that's over there. You know, while they're eating hot dogs, you know, just being gluttonous and so on and so forth. You know, they see what's going on in those nations, man. They're just like, man, that's over there. I ain't got to worry about that. Well, soon it's going to be at your door. It's going to be at your front doors. You know, you're going to be, these people, man, they're going to be looking death straight in the face. You know, calamity straight in the face to face. You know, because, yeah, war's going to pop off. But you're going to have wars here in America. You know, in the streets of America, man. Wars in the streets of America. You know, matter of fact, let's get that. Because, you know, we talk about World War III, you know, as far as these other nations, but there's going to be war here too in America. And a lot of these people, man, they're going to get caught up in these wars. So in 2nd Esdras 16, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. And like I was just saying, you know, scourges, you know, warning shots. You know, oftentimes, to those of us with the hope of the elect, oftentimes, you know, hey, we might question a certain situation. We might ask the Lord, Lord, should I do this? Should I get involved in this situation? Should I deal with this woman? Should I, you know? And hey, the Lord, he'll send you a warning shot, you know, and thankfully the Spirit is on us to you know, get the message. You know, we get the memo. It might be something simple as as soon as you're praying about something, Lord, should I deal with this woman? You might get a sharp pain in your back or something, you know. Hey, message received, I got it, you know. Like that, I ain't dealing with her, you know. Something, you know, it could be something. It's something simple as you biting your tongue. You know, as soon as you praying about a situation, if you're unsure of a situation, you know, the Lord has his ways, you know, he has his methods. All right, but nevertheless, those are those scourges, you know, the warning shots. All right, and again, everything that we see going on, because all these plagues, all these famine and plagues and tribulation and anguish, this is already happening worldwide. All right, you know, and there's supposed to be some scourges, you know, it's supposed to be a warning, admonition. All right, to hey, get right, because again, these Babylonians, they don't think it's going to come here. Well, okay, the Lord, he's saving the best for America. All right, which really he's saving the worst of the plagues for America, you know, saving the best for last, man. But verse 20 says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So you see, again, this is these Babylonians, they, oh, that's over there, it ain't gonna happen here, you know. Okay, all right. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You know, because the mighty Babylon the Great, and going back to the title of our camp this past Saturday, the great setup for the great fall, a great setup for a great fall. You know, this place is set up for a fall because it's set up for a great fall, you know, because you know, the Lord, when he proves his point, when he makes his statement, he's gonna prove his point through America's judgment, through America's destruction. The Lord's gonna make a statement with America's judgment. You know, it's about to get redonkulous out here, man. There's just the words can't the words can't describe how bad it's gonna get. Because again, when these plagues come, it's gonna hit this place the worst. America's gonna be ground zero for the worst plagues, man. It's gonna be the worst place to be. You know, but it says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. So, especially here in America, you know, buildings are going to be in ruins. You know, it's just, America's going to be completely unrecognizable, man. You know, completely unrecognizable. You know, death is going to be in the air. You're going to feel it, you know. You know, hell, one dead body is enough to, you know, just one dead body is enough. But just imagine thousands, hundreds of thousands of just bodies, you know, everywhere. That's, again, this is going to be the new normal, man. Just death, the smell that's going to be in the air, just that, the feeling, the vibe, man, it's going to be crazy. You know, and a lot of that death is going to come by way of the wars that are going to be breaking out here in America. These foreign troops, you know, come through. They get to have their way with these Babylonians. It says, yeah, let's read on. It says, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. And you see, man, that's likewise. Because of course you're not gonna have you know, dumpster trucks, garbage trucks rolled through the, you know, through the neighborhoods, picking up the trash throughout Jacob's trouble. You're not gonna have, you know, the lawn care. You know, nature's gonna take this course. All right. You know, like I said, just business as usual. Well, this shit is about to come to an end. It's about to stop, man. And that's likewise us. You know, I mentioned before how, if anything, the teaching that's going to be done during Jacob's trouble is going to be low key. It's going to be underground. You're not going to be out doing these video epistles and out there in the highways and byways during Jacob's trouble. You know, it says the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. Because, yeah, again, it's going to be dystopian out here. You know, everyone's going to be, matter of fact, when you read on, it says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Because you see, man, hey, again, when things get bad out here, hey, like I said, all this business as usual, just people, you know, no, this shit is going to change, all right? Coming outside, man, and being out in the open is going to be dangerous. You know, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. You know, like it tells you in Deuteronomy 28, and having no assurance of thy life. Well, that's really going to play out even more so during that time of Jacob's trouble. You know, it's going to get to the point where the city is going to look, you know, completely empty, desolate. You know, and to the people that you do see out and about, hey, you know, they're going to be, you know, you're not going to know if they're going to, you know, if they're just someone that's just, you know, caught out there like a deer in the headlights, just a wanderer, or you don't know if that person's going to try to take your head off. You're not going to know. You know, I believe the men of the Lord are going to have the spirit to be able to discern and whatnot. But hey, other than that, man, for the most part, hey, you know, we're not going to know. You know, but that's just the type of setting that's going to be here, man. You know, everyone's hiding out and, you know, trying to escape from danger, and, you know, man, just something like straight out of a movie. It says, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. Like I said, you know, nature's going to take its course. Nature's going to take over. You're going to have no people mowing the lawns and nothing like that, you know, during Jacob's trouble. But the point, verse 33 says, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Why? It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So, like I said, yeah, World War III is coming. All right. You know, well, we're pretty much in World War III. It's just not kinetic yet. You know, it's just not to the point where nukes are flying yet. All right. But it's coming. All right. But war is going to be here in America as well. All right. Like I read in Jeremiah 51:14, like grasshoppers, you know, this place is going to get overrun with enemies and foreign troops. All right. Like I said, terrorist attacks. It's just going to be completely unsafe. You know, it's going to get bad out here, man. It's going to get crazy. You know, the whole world is about to be unrecognizable, but even more so here in America's going to be completely, totally unrecognizable. It's already pretty much a third world country. You know, America's on hospice. All right, this place is done. You know, but yeah, World War III. You know, this is what we can expect. Terrorist attacks, invasions. All right, foreign troops. You know, but of course, like the scriptures say, you know, when it comes to the wars and the rumors of wars, roughly paraphrasing, hey, don't fret, don't panic, because we know for when the MOTB has to take place, you know, that's above all. But even because, you know, when it comes to World War III, topics like World War III and the MOTB, those are major prophecies. But you have, you know, so to say, smaller prophecies as well, such as like the power, the spiritual power that's going to be taking place. You know, so, you know, things have to play out, of course. you know, the persecution, you know. So it's coming. It's coming, man. I'm gonna get this. Because yeah, man, just to recap, you know, with the whole situation out there, the Red Sea, in that area, you know, the tension is being escalated. Tensions are growing higher. You know, war has pretty much been declared. Like I said, those small hats, man, hey, because Babylon, they're like, man, they're telling those small hats, hey, just chill, man. Them small hats, they're not playing. They're like, nah, if we go to war, you going to war. So that's that Jeremiah 49. The least of the flock shall draw them out. You know, and like I mentioned, you know, just another thing to keep an eye on. You know, with China. You know, the fact that they because they were telling Taiwan, hey, don't vote for this guy. Don't vote for that president. You know, they were threatening Taiwan. Don't vote for this guy, because again, he's anti-communism. You know, he's anti-Beijing. So more and more, you know, China, they're doing their thing. You know, they've seen a spy, or those spy balloons again over Taiwan. You know, and sending more ships, you know, basically surrounding Taiwan. So that's just another thing to keep in mind, to keep an eye on, because again, the Taiwan, they did in fact put that you know, president up, you know, who China, they were threatening, hey, y'all better not put him up. Y'all better not put him up. But Taiwan, they in fact did put him up, you know. He did in fact win those elections. So, you know, it's looking like China's going to make a move soon. Lord willing, sooner than soon. You know, Lord willing. But of course, we just have to wait and see. But I'm going to get this, and I'm going to end it off in Revelation. Just to make a quick point, in Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having a seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So basically, the destruction can't come, all right, until the elect get sealed. You know, and like I said, you know, certain things have to happen. The MOTB, all right, the MOTB, major prophecy, and many other small prophecies as far as persecution and the spiritual power and things like that. All right, but nevertheless, the point being that I wanted to make was the pressure is building. All right, you know, the pressure is building. You know, the pressure in the pipe is building. You see, man, because the Lord being the ultimate chess master, all right, you know, because, you know, the Lord, he's just playing chess with himself, you know, it ain't no thing for the Lord. So, you know, the Lord being like the scriptures say, a man of war, all right, the Lord is the ultimate strategist. He's the ultimate strategist. So he's moving everything on the chessboard, man. He's moving everything into place, and that pressure is being built. You know, the pressure is being built, man. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I had. You know, there's many other things to speak on, but Lord willing, just save it for another time. Abba Ratzazadis was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shema Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully let.